What is happening, everybody? Welcome back
Hi.
to Movie Buffed, the podcast here. This is going to be our last BTS production for the year.
2017, here we go.
I have that right.
Yeah,
right?
You're right, correct.
What's up, everybody?
This is
I'm
it.
Dakota, creative producer here at Beyond the Summit. I'm going to be joined by none other than the handsome Daniel Nigerian,
Hi.
content director
What's
extraordinaire, and our drug dealer. Hello.
Yeah, what are you looking for, dude? What do you need?
How's it going? So we
know.
did it, man. We made it. We
I
made it through
Out the
Dota
other end.
Summit. We're on the other end. I immediately felt a heavy adrenaline dump the next day. I was extremely wired at the same hour. Like, I need stuff to do.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I had that post-event crash pretty hard where I just, knocked out and was out for, 12 hours, and it was amazing. Other than that, I feel great. We're coming off because we did one more event before the summit, me and some of the crew here.
Yep.
So it was pretty rough going right into it, but I don't know. There's that addiction of doing events where it feels really good to punish yourself for long hours.
Got to give a shout out, of course, to our production team. We have Kevin here, who's still running production
Yeah, Jesus
for
Christ.
the
They don't
podcast
stop.
now, and they're here in attendance. And they're the silent heroes, if you will, that are doing a lot of the work there in the back room, hitting
Yeah.
switches, watching the stream, in and out all day. So,
Yeah,
with that said,
that's such an intense job, by the way,
it's
an event. I don't think
ridiculous.
people think about it, but you just have to sit there and pay attention very closely to everything that's going on and make sure nothing fucks up. And there's literally 10 people on camera trying to fuck things up at all time. They're just trying to do it.
And then you have this crazy house atmosphere happening around
Yeah.
you. And it only was recently that we've taken measures to put up a curtain.
We have a drape.
Put
We
up a
have a drape
curtain just
now.
to stop people, because before then people would just casually walk down that aisle and
Yeah.
then just, hey, what's up, man? Oh, hey, Rob.
What are you guys doing
oh, hey,
here?
What's up, guys? And
Even
then-
I'm even guilty of it.
Yeah, of course.
Because our content room is right next to the production room, so I will run. Somebody will be like, "Hey, Dan, can I talk to you?" And then they'll pull me out of my room, and they think they're being polite by I'm in the hallway, but then we're just bothering the fuck out of production.
But so hopefully this time it felt like they had a good bit of space. They had some new hires and some new faces in there helping them out. And
Did
it
you
was
have
a
good
time.
space, Kevin? Never mind. Who? Hoppid wants to do Star Wars with Jack. Is Hoppid and Jack even available? They are now, yeah. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. It looks like we're gonna have. If you say it's okay, Kevin, you tell me. I'm not gonna fuck with this shit. If you want to do it, we'll do it. There's also some other things that I think Ken wants to talk about right now. that just
so
happened
are
today.
we putting all this away and going to be just jumping into Star Wars now? Is that
I don't want to go. I don't want to go into an hour long
Kevin
rant.
from Ken rather from Beyond just gonna. Okay, if you've seen Star Wars, everyone just bail out right now. Is that what we're about to tell everybody? I would rather just truck on with this, since that's what people are expecting to see. And then if you guys are Star Wars fans afterward, we'll talk about talking about the movie after. I mean, is that a fair call to make, you think?
Sure.
I think that's a pretty fair call to make.
Sure.
I would feel bad if everybody showed up and then we were suddenly like, oh, by the way, now if you've seen Star Wars, go the F away, come back at an undisclosed time, and we'll be able to talk about the summit. We're here to talk about the summit, guys, so we're going to be getting into that right now. It was an exciting time. We put out probably some of our best and most content that we've been able to do.
Yeah, it was
Right.
20 some odd videos. I think it was I think 24 was the last number I saw, but it might be actually more than that.
The playlist says 25, which is only one more than what we had at the previous summit, but
That's it, really?
yeah, but you gotta put in that the team photos were their own piece of content. They turned into the albums and stuff like that. Whereas
For this
event-
one, for last
one, the team photos were a piece of content, whereas this
Oh,
time
yeah.
they were not.
Okay.
And so there's a little misses here and there. The to be continued bumpers were considered on there, and this time we didn't have the rituals and stuff. So it is what it is.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. It was interesting for us as well because we collaborated with a lot of people this time. We brought in all these short film content creators. We had a short film contest. Then we brought in the ritual maker. I can't remember the name. Katie. Who was the person who made all the rituals?
So if you guys don't remember, back a while bit, there was a top Reddit thread that was summoning Ice Frog or something like that. It was an awesome dance of, in-game. I don't know what you would call it. He ended up calling it rituals, but they were kind of like synchronized dances from inside the Dota game. Like, he made a custom game, and then a bunch of actions would happen with heroes dancing around, different noises. And he made one that made it to the top of Reddit that would summon Ice Frog, and people thought it was super popular or whatever. And then if you remember when we had that patch countdown show with me and Ken, during that show in the background, we ran that video nonstop. And then Kenny reached out to me and had said that, hey, if you guys do another patch countdown show, I had actually created a lengthier like patch countdown synchronized dance. Now, we weren't able to kind of do the countdown show because we were getting into Smash Summit at the time. Yeah. But I had went back to Kenny and said, hey, what do you think about maybe making some fun holiday jingle pieces for Dota Summit? And he was super game, and we ended up making it work. So that's Kenny, a.k.a. Sword Bacon.
Sword Bacon.
Sword Bacon.
What a name.
Able to create some fun synchronized little rituals that we were able to kind of air as bumpers coming into the couch, coming out from the couch, and it was just a good time. If we have one of the rituals available, I wouldn't mind kind of checking one of them out.
That'd be cool. I'm down to see some of the rituals. They're really neat. Like, pretty fucking complicated to make from what it looked like for me. Like, I didn't even understand it. It was like he made a custom game, and then all these items in the custom game activated different spells, which went to the music. It was like something like that.
I have no fucking clue how he was able to kind of make this stuff work, but I don't want to give the impression that he made it sound like it was easy, but he was just like, yeah, I was able to whip it up. Yeah, that's no problem at all. Oh, I can, and I gave him the music. Like, he's like, do you have music ideas? And I gave him some of our holiday choices from our wonderful archive of music.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of like, yeah, I can make this happen, no problem.
I think he can make it happen because it's like, that's what he fucks with, That's like what he does. So it's not, like if you or I try to do that, can you imagine how long it would take?
Way too long.
But that's like what he does, so.
But I like it. It worked out really well because I wanted to be able to have some fun little eye candy pieces that also had Dota 2 in it. Was more pandered solely to the Dota 2 audience. So they had this nice little exclusive piece.
Yeah. So. Okay, so here's one of them. Yeah, Sword Bacon.
I mean, just so much stuff. You could watch him like 4 times back to see all the little intricacies that he was able to kind of throw into the piece.
Can they hear the music, Kevin? Ooh. Now they can. There we go. Yeah, so the whole thing's music.
Yeah. I think this is the first one we aired.
So ridiculous.
I don't know if he has to do like each one individually, if it's like you loop one and copy paste it.
I don't know. And
adjusting the speed, tempo to match the BPM of the music, I'm sure, is something in itself.
He has he draws things, Like, look, like there's all these symbols and shit happening and all these patterns. Okay, I was watching when Peter was recording those. That was like destroying his PC.
Yeah, so when Sword Bacon let us know that this was something that he was going to be able to do, I immediately got in touch with Peter, who's also known as McCormick here. He's like our graphics god, and was curious what his thoughts on the whole thing was, and he came up with the idea that he might be able to load up these dances and be able to go inside the game and be able to record them from different angles, just kind of create a whole new atmosphere. And imagine seeing it as it is right now, but also being able to kind of go down, see it from a 3-dimensional perspective, maybe swooping around the circle. But like you mentioned, these custom games or whatever were so overloaded with content or whatever it is that they ended up crashing Peter's computer most of the time, and he was not able to do it. So thankfully, Sword Bacon was able to kind of get all the recordings like this, and we just kind of aired them as they were. So very thankful for the collab on that one. It was a good time.
Nice.
So
right.
Sword Bacon, a.k.a. Kitty King 101, as known as Reddit. We'll probably be seeing more of their dances in the future, but thank you for submitting your 5 pieces to help us out at the Dota Summit. It was a good time. But we had some other collabs in addition to this collab. When the idea of the Holiday Summit even started all together, I think having a Christmas song that would be parodied by Fwash is probably a no-brainer. I think that was probably one of the low-hanging fruit ideas that you could ask for.
I mean, we wanted to do our own. We'd been talking for a really long time about doing our own Christmas album. Doing an entire album.
That's right. Oh, man.
Like doing
actually,
full like CD that we would like give away digitally. That you had the idea of like we get drunker as each song we sing.
I just like imagine that we would have been back here in the warehouse.
Yeah.
The whole BTS team, right?
Yeah.
And we would all be like kind of holidayed out, scarves, earmuffs, and we each had like the singer music stands in front of us with like the book lyrics open, ready to go, and we'd be following along with like a giant karaoke, and we would just be singing Christmas songs, and we'd make a game out of it. Like we'd get through a Christmas song karaoke, and then we'd go take like a shot, and then do the next one. And obviously, it would just get so sloppy over time, and I'd hope that we would just get all this fun B-roll out of it, and then it would just be cut together as like a BTS Christmas album that just got progressively worse.
I still think we just do it. I mean, it's just hard to write like 12 parody songs.
Have you ever seen the old Saturday Night Live sketch with Will Ferrell where he's singing "It's the most wonderful time of the year" and he's spinning around on the platform?
No.
And he just keeps spinning. He's going around and around, and he's like, I'm getting sick, guys. You're going to have to slow it down. And he starts yakking all over the place. Like, I just couldn't help but think about that. Like, just holiday cheer and too much eggnog and stuff like that.
Oh, God. That's classic. Yeah, but so Fwash actually did one. God, you are blowing up, dude. Jesus Christ.
Look at all these people are just
What is
striking
happening
me right now.
Yeah. What is happening? Rob, what is happening?
What?
Is something happening?
I'm up here. Oh, hey, Rob. Rob is literally like up above over here.
Yeah, he's like in the clouds right now. Is something happening? Our phones are blowing up. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Big news today for the Dota world, obviously. Universe is no longer a part of Evil Geniuses. I guess we have to acknowledge that at some point. It's a pretty critical moment. One of the greatest offlaners is not the greatest offlaner in the game. It's almost like Kobe not being on the Lakers anymore. I dare say it. Almost like Kobe not being on the Lakers. Pretty serious, you know?
It's insane. Like, it's hard to think of a time where he was not with EG and the world felt right. Like, when he went to Secret for a little bit, it was a very bizarre time. And then he went back to EG and everything felt right again in the Dota world. Like, such a legend. Like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what's going to happen with EG next or what's going to happen with him next, but I'm very interested to see.
Yeah, I don't know what's blowing up right now. I'm sure things are brewing as potential ideas and stuff like that.
Did they say anything else about the roster?
I think it was disclosed everything. As far as Bulba is going to be their coach and Misery is going to be joining the team, and Sumail is going to be in the off lane.
What?
Crazy stuff. If you hadn't heard, now you know.
Oh my
I'm sure more information is going to be coming out about that throughout the day. So for your Dota 2 world, and especially you NA Dota fans out there, your world is shaking apart right now.
NA Dota is going to be crazy. Like 2018 for NA Dota doesn't even make sense. What an insane world.
Yep.
All like complexity, optic, EG, and then whatever team universe goes to.
Cool. I mean, I think overall,
do you really count
you're an
Immortals
American,
as a NA team? They don't. In terms of even.
I mean, that goes along the same thing with saying like the old DC is that an NA team?
But yeah, they were all. I don't know. They were.
The Immortals they're playing in a boot. They're playing at the Immortals Center or some shit, right?
Is that
That's
true?
in America, I imagine so.
I have no idea.
They're not playing in Korea, right?
I have no idea, honestly.
I mean, are we going down this road, Dan?
I don't know, dude. I mean, people are very interested in it right now. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I think it's like it's worth talking about. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I hope him all the best. I hope EG all the best as well. Hope Sumail can find farm in the off lane. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We want to let's get into another skit, dude.
Let's get back to Fwash. I don't want to. If she's out there by chance, or people wanted to see this pace, we have it going right now. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, yeah.
Back to collabs, back to Fwash. I reached out to Fwash. I didn't hear much at first. I was a little nervous, but she did get back to me and was more than happy to make it work. So I was elated.
Well, let's just watch this. Can we full screen this for a second, Kev?
All right, let's just check out the piece.
Teams, 3 teenagers, 2 monster cans, and the only talent who's an Aussie.
On the 5th day of Christmas, the summit sent to me
5 Polish boys, 4 handsome chud, 3, 2, 2, 2 veggie gamers, and a monitor from AOC.
On the 6th day of Christmas,
sound kids. 2-minute ads, and then all the money goes to LD.
On the 8th day of Christmas, the summit sent to me
8 months of TI, 7 NA talent, 6 regionals, 5 meta picks, 4 deals from Peru, 3 ghost ships, 2 direct invites, and a blog from Eternal Envy.
On the 10th day of Christmas, the summit sent to me
10 players pinging, 9 Pasha offlane, 8 summit lands, 7 different ranks, 6 hour queues, 5 Chinese guys, 4 laning creeps, 3 flamers, 2 Freedman bros, and a
Date at the gym with Jimmy.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the summit sent to me
12 months of salt.
11 Missy S, 10 KMM or 9 Dicktown Beamers, 8 Total Sweets,
7 Horcruxes.
6 Ripped Arms, 5 Jungle Stacks, 4 Bounty Runes, 300 points, too many moves, and a case of Monster Energy.
Oh,
So
whole bunch
shouts
of
to
people
Fwash
involved.
again. She was able to put that together. It ended up being better than I expected. There wasn't anything I needed to kind of like change out once I saw the lyrics. She managed to hook up with Chewy melodies to be able to back the piece. Now, for those of you who don't know, because I don't know how big the Smash Dota crossover is that's listening to this right now, but if you're a fan of the Smash Summit as well and saw the previous Smash Summit, not the anime one, February Smash Summit where we had the Saved by the
June.
Bomb.
Yeah, Saved by the Bomb was the video, the intro video that we did.
That was created by Chewy Melodies,
Yeah,
I believe. I hope I don't get them. He definitely made the backing on that, and I believe he also did the vocals.
He did the
too.
vocals and the backing. Ken wrote the lyrics on that one.
Okay.
And he did that. Also, Relax With Me is another gentleman who worked on this last piece.
He was able to help us out. Fwash originally gave us all of the lyrics and had pinpointed. Well, first I told her, I'm like, these are all the teams I'll be able to get for 12 Days of Christmas. So if you want to make featurettes of these teams, please do. Make featurettes of the sponsors, go crazy. And she met all those marks beautifully. And we, did our best. We got like 85% of the lines we sought out to do. Some were my mistake on not being able to catch them. Some we were not able to kind of hold the team there long enough or able to kind of really make it work. But for the most part, we went through and got it done. Some of them was, it was a process.
People
guys,
are just bad at singing.
because like you can't approach these players and be like, hey, I need you to sing a line, because they'll just be like, fuck you, no,
No.
I'm not singing. So I just got him in there. I'm like, hey, we happen to have a 12 Days of Christmas, and I was like, and it's created by Fwash. And some of them were like, oh, awesome. I was like, I'll use the Fwash, because then they'll know it's going to be a great piece. What
yeah,
I mean?
if they knew Fwash, it was a lot easier. Because you just say, hey, we have a Fwash piece. He wrote a song, and they're like, okay.
Yeah, I know like Demon was like, oh, awesome. So he was like game. So for most of them, it was just kind of like,
Well, he got a flex, so he was feeling good.
I need you to say this line. It kind of has to match this melody. So how the system I came up with was that I was just going to say it as it needed to be. We were going to pause, and they were going to echo it. So if it was a date at the gym with Jimmy, and then he would say
A
it.
date at the gym with Jimmy.
And
He
we
gave us
did that
big
like
fucking ball
4 or
muscles.
5 times.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'd get it right on. Sometimes
You know what's
it took
funny
some
is the Sacred, the Peruvian kids. Theirs ended up pretty good. They had some harmony going on in theirs.
It wasn't bad considering the pretty heavy language barrier there.
Yeah, like they don't speak English.
I had to get some help from their coach or manager. I'm not sure who he was with the team manager. But he translated, he helped us out, and we needed them to say, 4 dudes from Peru.
4 dudes from Peru.
And it came out pretty slim. So it was good stuff. We managed to make it through it. Put it all together. Props to Andrew, our lead camera, who edited the piece and was able to kind of fill in all those missing blanks with just pretty much random ass memes and graphics on the screen. And again, to what was it? Tryhard Mike? Well, I already missed the name.
Tryhard Mike?
No, sorry, the male vocalist on the piece.
Relax With Me?
Relax for me.
Yeah, Relax With Me.
He did the male vocals to fill in all those lines. So
Yeah.
12 Days of Christmas.
And then we ended up mixing. So we had like 5 tracks from like 3 different people, and then all the recordings that we did, and then Andrew cut all of them together into what you saw there with some memes. So good video, good fun.
Good
Got our
times.
Christmas cheer in. I still want to do a Christmas album. Kevin, can we go with Kevin's choice for the next video? I'll just whatever you feel like playing, whatever you have in the next queue, and we'll just talk about it. I feel like it was interesting this time. Just having to organize the pipeline for everything was really fucking complicated because we had multiple teams working on content. Plus, you have to coordinate with social, production, graphics, VODs. So it's content.
So yeah,
social.
Let's talk about like the room we're in, like who's in the room.
Yeah,
And like who's remote that we're still connecting to.
So in our little content room is me, Dakota, creative producer, Andrew, editor, Peter, graphics, Danica, social, Robert Paul, photographer, and then we have an adjunct office space in the garage, and that was where One Up was. Damien, shooting, editing, Ian, shooting and editing.
Hey, what up, guys? Welcome to the summit. By the way, you're in the garage.
Go to the
by
garage.
yourself.
Have fun. Yeah, we just locked them in there. Every couple hours, I'd check on them, make sure they're okay, throw them some scraps of food, see what was going on.
So they were able to like crank out so much shit and like edit fast. Just it felt like because they were not distracted at all. But
Well, Ian's also the fastest editor I've ever
he's
met.
a freak of nature for sure. Given if we were able to do this all again, I would heavily prefer we organize a way to get them in the room with us.
Yeah,
because
it's hard.
You want them to be a part of the experience and everything. But there's only so much space.
Yeah, so
and-
all those people are coordinating.
Yeah.
And then also we have production who's in another room that we have to coordinate with because we have to get it out to the live stream in a timely fashion. And then we have our VODs guy, Clam. Shout out to Clam. What
Clam
up,
is a
dog?
god.
Clam God, the
Clam
VOD god. He's in another country entirely, and we're communicating all through Slack with him. But everybody has to be on the same page. And we have to have an edit for the stream and an edit for YouTube. We have to have a social post with like something unique for the social post.
And now that YouTube edit is there, because you might notice in the videos there's that long overhang at the
Yeah.
end. That's when you add in those fancy little annotations and
Yeah,
stuff, guys.
end cards. That's the first time I've ever done
End
that.
cards.
End
Yeah,
cards.
That's just what you got to do now on YouTube. So that's another measure to take, another cut of the film, another move that Clam has to go through. It's crazy.
It's interesting. We've never done anything like that. Like it's very YouTube,
But
and it's pretty simple.
I would say it should enhance the user's experience. I would hope that if you guys are watching our VODs, you've noticed how clean they look, the thumbnails, and now we have these cool end cards so you can jump from different content. So if you guys like
Yeah.
it, like, shout outs to Clam. If you don't know who Clam is or where he is, tag BTS and we'll make sure that we give him,
the
hey,
idea
you're doing a good job there,
of
Clam.
the end cards is it just
You're
like
doing a good
lets
job.
you continue to stay in that world of content, and it'll show you like another video in the playlist and then a video recommended for you, basically that we made.
Cool.
So it hopefully there's interesting numbers behind that. I don't know if anybody cares, but I just think it's interesting. What do you think the click-through rate is on that?
The click-through rate, now what does that mean? They watch it and then they click the end card and go to the next one?
Yeah.
Now, Ray, are you looking for a percentage chance?
Yeah,
that
a
they do it?
percentage of people
Probably
who clicked through on the
30,
end cards.
30%?
That is wildly incorrect.
Is it higher?
It is very low.
Very low, right?
But that you have to understand that the percentage, even though it's very low, like it's always good. So it is
5?
2%.
Whoa.
But that is a good.
Okay.
So like to give
I
you
never click through.
like you never click through. I mean I do. If I'm sitting there and watching, honestly, usually I actually click a video on the right hand side rather than one of the recommended videos in the YouTube description or the like the end card. But 2% is pretty good. For example, on one of Clam's
2% of like a 50,000 view video.
well, like so it'll show you like we showed you this end card to X people, and X% click through. So it's like 50,000 people saw the end card, 2% click through, whatever. Clam's VOD, another channel he runs, only has 0.25% click through on his.
Whoa.
Because there's different kind of videos. I think our videos are really good for the click through because they're short and they're like cookies.
They're like cookies.
Yeah, they are. They're like little cookies. You just, our videos. That's why we make them so short. You just want to keep snacking. I don't
like
know.
that.
Do we want to watch a video?
mean,
I want to watch something.
We touched on One Up a bit.
Here
and
we
we're
go.
still on the collab thing.
Here
So
we go.
They're airing
Kevin
it right
on
now.
the
Let me
mark
go
here.
find Ian.
This is brutal, man. They're calling me fake slacks. They're saying it's normie content.
They don't know what they're talking about, dude.
Do they even know that we've done the champion series for Team Liquid, TI winning team? This isn't f***ing normie content. They're a bunch of f***ing normies sitting in front of their computers. You're seeing your f***ing in the Twitch chat. All right, Blitz, everybody wants to know how you lost all this weight.
Some people say it was diet. Some people say, is it exercise?
But for me, it was just Twitch chat.
Twitch chat, the fastest way to destroy your self-confidence, guaranteed.
Massage room, admin, production guy. Some people are playing Street Fighter, I think. Another TV. Pretty nice couches. Hey, Giannis. Yeah. Posters everywhere, look really nice. Kingwin players. Is that really Dota?
Please, Dota.
Ah, yes, the most important room in the house. The bathtub and the CRT. Porno setup.
Do you feel creepy being an observer?
Kind of.
One of the player practice areas up here. All these guys practicing. Dang, they're all playing on these new AOC monitors. These things are crazy. How do you like it?
It's great.
Dang, that's cool. They all have these monitors. They're even in this room too. Dude, they've got them everywhere. This thing is sick. Hi, Grace.
Oh, hey, Ian. What's going on?
What are you doing? You're vlogging?
Say hi.
Grace,
What
get
was the
out of
first-
here.
I have a festive sweater.
Get out of here.
Come back.
Twitch chat doesn't like me. They don't like vloggers. I don't know if this is a good career mode for either one of us, to be honest.
But I wore a sweater just for this occasion.
Hey, man, great job this week, man. Hey, man, great job this week, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Great job this week, dude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great job this week, Shannon. You've done a great job, seriously. Hey, you smell fantastic.
You know what? It's single.
See you later. Great job this week.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I don't give a fuck.
This is unacceptable. Sorry, Fear.
Oh, you know who's getting this. Hey, good job with the vlogs, by the way.
Oh, hey, thanks, man.
I think it's...
Appreciate it. You too. Yeah. Okay.
I think that
Ian,
shit's
man.
funny, dude.
I think it's hilarious. I don't know. It's dorky. It's fun. He finds a way to get everyone involved.
Yeah.
Some people will look at that and look cringe or whatever they want to say, but it's pretty captivating. I can't really look away because there's so much dumb, goofy shit happening and little noises.
It's so fast and silly. I don't know.
It's fun, fast, and silly, and I loved it. And he gets everyone involved. You know, he's poking at Grace. He, gets to Rob a bit. He gets to interact with the talent. He gets the players goofing off with each other a bit.
Yeah, in the first one, he has like EG, and they're like, Sumail's just like, "Can you fuck off?" It's just like such a good little line. I don't know. Those are fun because it's like what I wanted to do with those was they've been producing these vlogs for a while for their own channel, One Up, and they had them at TI, and they were really, really fun. Like super short, super snappy.
And this goes along with, as they mentioned at the beginning of this piece, these are the guys who put together the Champion series.
Yes, Champions, and also
very serious, awesome documentary, by the way.
Breaking Point, the Team Liquid League of Legends series. They have done all kinds of really cool stuff, so we wanted to collab with them, and this is one of the ways we thought to do it. Because I like the idea of this like behind-the-scenes feel, vlog, jumping around, like what it's like to be in the house, kind of. And I think these kind of do that in a way that's like stylized and like it's not what it's actually like to be in the house, jumping around, being silly with fart noises and little kicks, but it's like kind of a really fun way of presenting it. But they were good. They did a great job.
But they didn't just do the vlogs. They offered some other content.
Yep.
Boom, right on cue, just like that.
Yeah,
we have You Laugh, You Lose with EG, probably the most popular side piece.
I mean, you just lost a point.
Okay, whatever. Didn't it? Yeah, you did. There's a new type of broom out. I heard it's sweeping the nation.
I mean, I literally didn't understand what you said.
You know what a broom is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Without a point.
What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Alright, what's Forrest Gump's password here?
Hit me.
1 Forrest 1.
Why do bananas...
Why do bananas need sunscreen, Fear?
Chiquita banana. Why do bananas need sunscreen?
Because they pee.
Okay.
I mean, Fear is so fucking dead, man. I can't make him laugh.
Did you hear about the man who stole a calendar? He got 12 months. The joke wasn't even good.
The Energizer Bunny got arrested. He was charged with battery.
I mean, I'm just gonna laugh because you're fucking gonna make it awful.
What did the baby corn say to the mama corn? Where's popcorn? Got him.
Wow.
I mean, because we had some planned content with EG, and I always feel like when we have to work with EG, I'm curious what we're going to get from them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get the stone cold side, you have Fear.
Yeah.
Sumail on the team, and sometimes they can be very, very serious and straightforward. And then, there's a goofy side of that team as well, as we see there when we have, Arteezy and Universe, of course, on the team.
Yeah, it's crazy to think it's probably like one of the last Universe pieces that'll come out with him on the team. Like, I don't know what he's going to do next, but hopefully it works out.
He seemed to connect really well and be able to laugh with the team. So
obviously,
it's obvious that he relies a lot on chemistry. Thanks, by the way, to be able to make it work together. But
yeah, it seems like they were getting along then, but other things are going on behind the scenes. You just can't really predict what's happening.
Oh, best to him right there. Hilarious piece. Can't really make a way through a joke though. Neither of them could.
No, dude, that after you lose it is fucking hard though. Have you ever done it? Because it's not even funny because it's actually funny. It's funny because you're trying to think about not laughing, and then that just becomes funny. And then you look at your friend's eye, and you're just like.
Every time I watch those pieces, it definitely goes one of two ways. There's the people like Fear who can just somehow channel no soul for that moment, and then there's the people who can't even make it through the initial part of the joke. And they find that part just too funny to be able to tackle the way. Because we saw the same thing with the Zotac Cup StarCraft guys when they did the You Laugh, You Lose.
Yeah.
Like, the punchlines are just so ridiculous. A mermaid, met up with a porcupine and they had jelly because. And you're like, yeah,
peanut butter.
Yeah, and I don't know.
That's fucking dumb.
They had, in addition to that You Laugh, You Lose, they also had the staring contest with Sacred.
Yeah. That had some Jimmy Cry Eyes.
Yeah, that was so ridiculous.
That was pretty good.
And it was awesome to have.
They also have the OG piece that I liked.
Oh yeah, who's the real?
Who's
OG
the real OG? That was
between Optic and OG.
I honestly. So when they pitched me that idea, I was like, I don't know about that. That's kind of lame. But they shot it, and I was like, yeah, we'll see how it looks. And then it was really funny because the guys were in on. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
In that piece, the guys were in on it. And so they sold it, and it was really funny. I think because all those lines are just came from the players. So honestly, if they don't come to bat there, that piece is not funny.
It only worked because they were able to make it work, and they definitely got lucky. I mean, excuse me, I don't want to say they got lucky, but PPD, he's definitely turned into quite the showman.
Dude, he's a flame artist. The guy knows what he's doing.
He knows how to sell it. Like WrestleMania, I think most people would agree that esports could always use that kind of character, those kind of people to be able to create excitement. I mean, if you haven't seen Conor McGregor in the MMA, that's what a showman does. And he gets people to watch. He gets people putting in money.
Who's the FGC kid, the older guy who's he acts like a WWE person. He's
older or?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of kids.
He usually wears circle glasses. He was on E-League. Oh my gosh. Here's the P.
Gutex?
Gutex. That kid's funny. I mean, he's not really a kid. He's probably our age. So.
Yeah,
he's funny though.
The FGC definitely have their showmen. They just don't have enough stages to show it on yet. They have E-League going for them, and there's some cases there, and you see people like Smug and Punk and stuff like that who are this new generation of young players who also can put on a show and talk, but it's easier for them because these are players who have to be shoulder to shoulder every time they play these games. So just talking shit and shooting the shit is just kind of part of the game to them. Whereas in Dota, everything's done over keyboard, and and talking shit can be interpreted many different ways. You might see a salty PPD tweet, but he's really just kind of having fun and making a show. And
yeah, I think that it's pretty difficult for fans in the community to decipher sometimes what is play talk and what is real talk. When people shit talk on Twitter or fucking whatever, because it's it's text. You can't pick up on what they're really trying to say. I want to get into.
All right, get into it.
What?
Go.
I wanted to get into the skits, skits, some of our shit. I want to move into our shit.
Right, our stuff. I mean, we had to get the collab stuff out there. This wasn't all BTS. Obviously, we had some help from outside resources. Shoutouts to Sword Bacon, Fwash, the One Up team, and all them.
Do we want to show the winner? Kevin, do we have the short film contest winner, the Dota commercials? We do? Okay, yeah, maybe we show them. That's our last real collab.
Yeah.
So Dota commercials, a guy named Mike Poe, Chicago native, obviously greatest city in the world. He's going to win the short film contest. No questions asked. Knew it from the beginning. He submitted a awesome piece to us called Dota commercials, which was, it's 2 separate little parody commercials. One is like a parody political ad, and the other is like a pseudo infomercial kind of thing, like a basically as seen on TV type video. Dan, this Dota Summit we and so okay, so this is the full one with the player judging, which I think was really cool.
Yeah. We can talk over this,
Yeah.
I think. So I think this was also an early planted, seeded idea from when we had like the very first meeting of Dota Summit when we were. That's like when we decided on the theme of the event and everything.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to
Someone
do this.
had thrown out the idea of doing a short film contest. I don't remember who it was exactly, but I was immediately game for it. I know that TI is the only time of year that content contributors are going to be able to do something like this and, you know, have the opportunity to have their work streamed out there, witnessed by many, and a chance to maybe win some money. So figured why not. And, you know, we were blessed with some sick pieces like this one from Mike Poe, the commercial. Catered so well to a summit because it's like a parody, you know? Production value.
And we'll stay out of ours.
And he did this all himself, you know? Like,
I think he did the whole thing.
This holiday season,
He's got a jib.
Yeah, I like how when we saw this piece, you immediately recognized, like, oh, he's got good camera work.
Yeah.
Printout of your order summary.
Well, I couldn't tell what it was. I was like, is that a jib? Like, how did he get that shot? And then he was in chat, and he's like, yeah, I'm a jib operator. Like, oh, you got a jib in your house, dog? Also, this house looks fucking nice. Look at that table. That's very Chicago, that dark wood and the industrial fucking...
You like good.
Look, all these good designs.
When the fuck you'll get them.
Yeah, Chicago for life. What is... Okay, so then we had the players judge. These guys are ridiculous.
So part of this whole experience was, you know, in addition, we didn't want just our creative team to judge these pieces. We did want to be able to have a say in it, but also, since it's going to be airing at the summit, why not be able to take advantage of that experience and have the players judge, watch, react to some of the pieces as well? And that's pretty much what we got. You know, the players each had pretty contrasting opinions on all of them, really. I mean, some were just, like, incredibly negative about most of them, and some were overwhelmingly positive and just really took to the experience of being their own film critic, you know?
Yeah, it felt like Envy was just ready to hate everything.
Envy hated everything except for the anime piece.
He was literally just like, all his comments were just like, this is fucking awful. This is actually just awful. And I'm like, it's like, are you being serious? He's like, it's just awful. They just feel bad about themselves. It's like, and then the anime one comes on, he's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like, okay, you just like anime. Like, you just like anime. That's it. That's all you have.
Schnitzel Palms, I believe, created that piece. He knew what he was doing.
Schnitzel Palms?
Schnitzel Palms.
Oh, the anime one? Yeah.
He got third place.
Yeah, he got third.
Wins the BTS swag.
Mike Poe wins the
Community
Choice Award, which I think was a super baller award. The sponsors really hooked it up. AOC, Monster, Sennheiser. And this is, is this just a replay of this probably? I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's just a replay. Cool. Oh, yeah, it was great. And then the first place winner
was
from the judges, that the community
right
and the players. Yeah, it was this, which is I Need a Miracle. Which
Where is my miracle?
Where is my miracle? Which is just, it's a fucking unbelievable piece. But you know, the voice acting, it was an issue. It was an issue.
Yeah.
I wasn't so distracted by it, but everybody we showed to, all the players were just like, I don't understand what he's saying.
You know, technically, it's amazing looking piece. There's a team behind it. You can tell that. It's got a lot of dynamics.
I was surprised, by the way, at how good. So, okay, Kingwin was really fun because they really, like you said, they took the, like, critic mentality. And then the Fnatic guys, Pi and Envy, took, like, a very personal take on it. And it felt like then Optic were very objective in how they approached it. So 3 very different styles of like how they went into it. But I was really pleasantly surprised because you never know what you're gonna get when you're doing a piece that's surrounding, like, you're asking the players to basically make it good.
Yeah.
By just like literally just reacting and then talking about something, and then they have to make it good. But all these guys did a good job, and it was really fun.
Yeah. It felt pretty good. None of them seemed resistant about the idea. I mean, that's the thing. It's like hey, you know, I'm sure year round for some of these players, they're used to being sat into a chair and asked, how do you feel about this meta? what are your chances here? What do you feel about Liquid or whatever, you know? And it's like, here, we want you to watch some short films and tell us if you think they're good or not.
Yeah.
Do you like the memes or
Do
not?
whatever you think.
And I think it could be a breath of fresh air for them, and they take advantage of it.
What's also funny is Envy. So if you notice, like every shot, pretty much Envy's eating. He ended up eating all of the popcorn we made in his bucket, and then like it's like we have like a false bottom in it. There's like a bowl, like stuck in the top so that it can fill over the top like that without actually making like 5 buckets of popcorn or whatever, you know. And he looked, yeah, see, he pulled it out. He pulled out the bowl, and he just like fucking ate all the popcorn. So ridiculous.
Yeah, he was silly. So that worked out well. We had 3 different sessions recorded for that. It worked out good.
I'm so happy we got to do that.
I don't know if I would do that again or not, Dan. Now,
well,
when
I was going to ask you that.
Because when we first started this, you were the first person to say, now they're going to submit late.
Yeah.
These guys are going to submit late because, you know, we had to create the Google form for people to be able to contribute or put in these pieces, upload them. And I could technically keep track of when the submissions are coming in. We're getting down to like 2 days before media day. Not media day. 2 days before the due date when we're going to be airing and looking them over
Friday
on a podcast.
Before the last weekend.
And I had 2 pieces. 2. The day before, we had 5. And I'm like, okay, well, at least we have a top 5. We don't get to decide on top 5. We just know that we have enough to hand out the prizes to. And then another 3 trickled in, and we were able to kind of have a show. But, I mean, I don't know how much I was expecting. You know, Dota community is only so big. We only have so much of an outreach. It's just the Western audience, you know.
I think it's about building. So, like, you have to make it something that people are excited to enter into. And since we don't have, like, $25,000 to give away, we have to actually make it quality content around that. And I think we did. And I think that if you're a content creator and you saw what we did, you'd be interested in submitting next time.
Yeah, because, like, you know, TI, fantastic amount of money and a huge stage to be able to have your content aired on. So without question, do submit to that. But, you know, I take pride in that we're able to kind of look through the pieces, break them down, talk about them, you know, what's great, what we like, what we don't like, have other people be able to look at it and then be able to share it as well within the tournament.
Yeah, taking your fucking shit posting seriously is what we're doing, you know? And, like, that's pretty cool. So I would like, if we did it again, I would want to only do it on a winter summit, and that's our thing. We do a winter wonderland themed pieces every year.
Yeah.
And that way we separate ourselves from TI and the contest itself. It's also spatially, like time-wise, it's 6 months away, right? August to December, something like that. I don't know, 5 months.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's spaced out in the year. I'd like to do it again.
All right.
That's my opinion. Maybe we'll even do one for CS Summit next time, but or Smash
idea.
Summit. You know, I think we start hitting up the other.
I would like more different types of content. Like we only had one piece that was like a real life piece or whatever, like used real life elements to it.
What
is the piece that got cut?
Oh, like other styles of submissions.
Because I said like it could have been someone else making their own Christmas parody song.
Yeah,
I just recorded it.
Was
that
sure we were gonna get a Christmas
maybe
parody.
a Christmas cosplay and they did a dance. Like it seems silly, but it would have counted and maybe would have got in because it's so unique and different.
Yeah, I was hoping for a parody song. Sadly, we didn't get them. I was also, you know, Mid or Meepo. Fuck you, dude. I thought you were gonna submit. What the fuck?
I can't believe you called him out. Yeah,
just saying.
Mid or Meepo's our boy.
He's my dog, but come on.
All right, that's our collab work that we had for Summit. Everything else we kind of mostly did congealed within ourselves in our own house here, so we can break into some of that stuff now, I suppose.
Yeah, let's get. Are we having Ken talk about his pieces? I'm gonna ask that out loud to the ether.
That was the plan.
That is a no. That is a no. We don't even like Ken anyways. So I want to do.
Okay.
I want to do Liquid Ame. Or Liquid
Ame.
What the fuck?
LGD
Ame. LGD Ame fan.
Okay.
Let's talk about that skit.
All right.
Let's get into it. So, okay, here's the skit. Let's just play the whole thing. I just want to play it and watch it.
好久不见。
是很久了 ，Queen， 你在寻找些什么？你想知道苍蝇杀死了花朵的故事吗？你知道吗？美国最大的香蕉人要开始流蓝血了。
Blue banana 。
果你不喜欢这个，你将会更讨厌我最后的故事。杀手会把绿墙推倒。
No, that is insane. No. Hey guys, what are we talking about?
God damn it, Boba.
Boba.
So-
Boba is the best punchline you've ever had.
Some of the content ideas are fabricated much in advance, like you heard. Maybe the first meeting of Dota Summit, there'll be ideas like 12 Days of Christmas, like the short film. Some content ideas will not come until we know what teams are even going to be at the event. So we have to wait until qualifiers are done, that we get to see something like our King's Cup winner, Optic Gaming, going against LGD.
Yeah.
And that we have the opportunity to have CCNC, Bulba, and Ame in the same house. So the idea of an Ame fan piece was just kind of, it was there. It had to happen.
And this is an idea that had been like kicking around a little bit at the office for a while. Like, we should do an LGD Ame fan piece. How do we do it? Oh, we should get CCNC to be in it. That'd be so fun. Oh, what if Ame was? It was like all these circumstances that would have to happen to make it happen, and it did. And so suddenly it's like, oh shit, okay, we know we want to do this. Now we have to make it like funny. So I think it started almost as like a Star Wars thing. Like they were supposed to be like Jedi or like some like dark prophesizing kind of like mystic arts
foresaw
people.
It as like a secret society kind of a thing. Like I wasn't sure if it was going to be as blatant as like CCNC would be in his normal uniform and just sneak off into a broom closet with Ame and they would discuss things, but wanted to kind of just take it more to a theatrical level and just really go all out with the secret society cult feeling. Let's get monk robes. I want faces hidden. I want dramatic reveals. That's like really all the imagery like I wanted to see was a dramatic reveal. Holy shit, it's CCNC. Who the fuck is he talking to? Oh my god, it's Ame.
Yeah.
This is an Ame piece. And so
and then you get it, right?
And then you kind of get it.
My thing was I just knew I wanted to shoot lots of fire. You know, I wanted a big fire pit. I wanted to actually have tiki torches surrounding them. Like, we really wanted to make it cultish and, like, really kind of mystic and crazy. And those guys were, like, sitting, like, in the fire. Like, the smoke was, like, blowing on them. It was a really fun piece to shoot. We had the help of Danica. So, obviously, we don't know Chinese. But Danica knows Chinese. And so we had cue cards written for Ame so that he could just read his lines directly. Which is a new strategy we're using, and it's just like
translating the lines. I wasn't sure I was going to work in the first place because when I was putting together the script, it was like I just want these prophesized kind of lines. You know, I don't want them to just say flat out like BSJ is going to be on EG.
Yeah,
I want
it has to be cryptic riddle.
Yeah, riddle. So
banana man will bleed blue.
You know, so I would put out something like the banana will bleed blue, and Danica would be like, well, you know, what if we interpret it in this kind of way? And she said like they know him as the great American banana or some shit. So she's like, why don't we say it like that?
That's what they say.
I guess so. So I was like, okay, great. And so she was able to make it work, and she hooked us up with the help, wrote it up on the cue card. And so Ame really all he had to do was sit on the bench, lift his hood, put on a very sinister grin if possible, and speak the lines.
And he did it. He nailed all his lines. And CCNC was really fucking good too.
He was eager, and the second, because I guess Ken got to him first and let him know the idea of the piece, and it felt like the whole media day he had like a grin on his face, like ready to do the piece. He's like, when are we gonna do my piece? You know,
he has such a like his face is so contortable. You know, it's like so like.
It's like Jim Carrey, like where he's got a very expressive face.
Expressive face,
yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah,
I know
that's
what
a great
you mean.
word. Yeah, he looks like to me the young Joker. Like if I were to cast him in anything, it would be a crazy version of a young Joker, and that would be so much fun. So hopefully one day we'll be able to get him in a skit where we actually get to put him in Joker makeup.
We can make this happen.
We can make it happen. So that's one of our original skits. Obviously we always like them. I feel like we do less with the Dota people because it just happens that way. There's so many other shit going on.
I also wanted to feature LGD a little bit because I know from the previous summit that you had said they wanted to do content.
After the previous summit, Yao and I can't remember who else came up to me, the LGD manager and somebody else, and we were talking for a little bit because they do speak a little English and stuff. And I speak zero Chinese, but they were just like, "Why? You know, we want to be in a piece. You didn't put us any pieces this time. We really want to do one. So make something for us next time." And then they gave us to make us promise. They gave like Andrew and who else got one? Peter.
Oh, that's why we didn't do it. Why are they giving it to them?
They got LGD jackets.
Our fucking Andrew and Peter
God,
love them to death, but these guys just for 2 events now walked away with LGD jacket swag.
Who got another one this time? Wait, is it Peter?
Jealous.
Did Peter get another one? Or
Peter got the new one this time.
Yeah, Peter got the new one. That's so cool. Oh my god, I want fucking jackets. I want the new EG jackets. Those are cool too.
Yeah, teams, you gotta hook us up with your jackets. We should do trades more often, I guess. Like,
you gotta swap.
I'll give them a BTS hoodie, which they'll be like, "Oh, thanks," and
oh, great.
I'll take your jacket.
I like our BTS merch. Our BTS merch was great this time. I like the limited edition mountain logo. It looked like a beer, kind of like a Coors Light thing.
Ooh.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ, hair's fucked up.
Mm.
Oh wow, look at this boy Kev. Yeah,
Kev God on it. There it is. That's the merch store.
So this shit's not gonna be up for long, guys.
No, I think it's still the end of the year.
Yeah,
and then we're taking off the sweater and the festive mug. You're never gonna be able to get those again.
The retro winter tee.
Oh yeah, and the retro winter tee.
Which I love that.
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure I was gonna feel about it, but then I saw it in person. I was pretty sold on it.
Yeah, no, I like that one. Hot Cox one. There you go, baby.
I love my Hot Cox shirt.
Yeah, those are great. Let's hit up another skit. What do we got? I'm getting destroyed right now. Somebody on my phone is just molesting me.
Is it Ken? Because you told him that we're not going to talk to him?
I don't know.
About the piece?
I don't care. We're not going to do it. It's not working, I guess.
Oh, that's fair enough. Oh.
Okay.
You guys serious?
I'll get it.
Who is it?
It's Carol Singers.
Let's give him a monster and tell him to go away.
It's Carol Singers.
Okay. Boba. Forgot your phone.
Dota actually, featuring EG and Bulba.
Dota actually.
Early idea, conceived by Ken. I guess Love Actually is just a classic Christmas picture.
It's like a classic Christmas romantic comedy, and Ken, the scene is very iconic. Like I've never even seen the movie, and I know the scene.
Yeah.
And I think Ken just wanted to do that because he knew it would be funny, and he had this idea for it, and it is fucking really funny. And this was, it was interesting. YouTube's gaming Twitter tweeted this out. So random.
I'll take it.
I don't know. It didn't seem to increase the numbers on the video very much, but it worked. Now it was shooting.
I was not there while you guys were shooting this.
Oh, you weren't there. Okay.
And I'm very curious how it went down. Like you gotta tell me, like, because all I hear is like now Arteezy's reaction seemed pretty genuine. So I'm assuming you guys showed them the cards at that moment. You didn't show them ahead of time. So then I'm thinking, how was Bulba able to get through it without laughing? Like how was shooting?
Okay, so first off, we shot it in 2 parts. The EG couch stuff we shot in the morning.
Mm-hmm. And
then basically Artur was super patient, and Bubba was too, and waited like all day to shoot the doorway part because we needed it to be done at night.
Thanks, guys.
And they were super awesome. So I was a little nervous about shooting this because it relied a lot on reactions, and also, yeah, Bubba not being ridiculous and actually being able to like go through that whole spiel. So what we did was we first shot Artur's reaction. We didn't tell him what was on any of the cards. And all that we did was we filmed him. We just had a light outside. He's in the doorway. And Ken is actually going through the cards. And so those reactions are Artur's real reactions to reading those cards as Ken is showing them.
Okay.
Then we flipped the camera around. They've already seen them. And we're shooting Bulba. And we did that in one take, the cards dropping down. We just did it. He just went, and he kept this. like he sometimes can be over dramatic with how he
No, dude.
like
his face on the
you know,
cards
like
was
Bulba face?
perfect.
Yeah,
I
he
felt
w-
like his cards was like he was like really endearing in
Yeah.
that moment. It was good.
Yeah,
and then
it-
afterward it got a little over dramatic with his like
Well,
leaving
the
and stuff. But that
the
it
head
just
turn.
fit. It was just good because the whole piece is a bit over dramatic. So it's
I like
great.
the line. So that line. So we didn't have a closer. It was like I think it was originally written that they like
Yes.
fist bump or something stupid. It was like something like very like whatever, you know. And then we got there and we're like, this is dumb. So I don't even know who came up with that joke. Maybe it was Ken, but it was like, oh, say he forgot his phone.
Yeah.
And then it was like kind of 'cause I like that ending because it's way funnier than just like them hugging or whatever. It's
that's-
like
I didn't know that. I thought
he
you
goes
guys had the
after
phone
him
from
and
the
then
start.
he's like, yeah, you forgot your phone. So you think he's coming after him and then it's like, no, it's Bubble, get out of here.
No, that was a great ending. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I thought that was the plan from the start.
No,
That's
that was
smart.
something we came up with on the spot.
Wow.
And it was literally because Bulba just had like left his phone over there when he walked away, and then we moved the camera, shoot the second shot, and then just came up with it.
Very nice.
That was good. I think another great Ken bit here was the Amazon Echo, which there was a better name for it that I thought of later.
Echo?
Yeah, no, there was a better one. Oh, Alexa. Lexa.
Oh.
Amazon Lexa. That would have been a better title. We fucked up. But all right, here's this is funny.
What is it?
You'll see.
Is it for me?
It's for everyone. It's called Amazon Echo.
How's it going?
I'm just finishing up right now.
Is it on?
Oh, it's always on.
Can it hear me right now?
Nope. It only hears you when you use the wake word we chose. Alexa.
Well, what does it do?
Alexa, what do you do?
I can teach you how to throw games in professional Dota.
Awesome. Alexa, play rock music.
Alexa, stop.
Echo is pretty neat because it knows all sorts of things. All you have to do is ask.
Alexa, how tall is Mount Everest?
It's really fucking tall, like 700 feet or some shit.
How can it know so much? It's so small.
Can you stop questioning me? Man, shut up. What's your MMR? Why are you questioning me? You're fucking like 2.876 or some shit.
Dad really likes that Echo just plugs in, so we never have to charge it. Plus, Echo's really good at keeping track of things like shopping and to-do lists.
Paper. Alexa, add wrapping paper to the shopping list.
There's a 50-50 chance I add it to the list.
Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
What the fuck? I don't know, man. Can you like Twitter it or something?
Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
In 8 minutes? Get Roshan, get Roshan, get
Dad's not a morning person, but Echo definitely helps him wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake
Alexa,
up, wake
alarm
up, wake up.
off.
You gotta get up.
It's Saturday.
Alexa, what day is it?
It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday.
Up.
It's Thursday. It's
I'm up,
Thursday.
I'm up.
It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday.
What did the dog say after a long day of work?
What?
I got this part.
Today was rough. Did you get it? Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Just start right here.
Another one.
Alexa, tell me another joke.
North America is the strongest region.
To experience Echo,
I love how
go
he
to
laughs.
Amazon.com.
That's so good.
Hilarious piece. I understand that the concept of this joke is nothing new. There's been Echo parodies before, but
yeah,
for a Dota 2 one, I don't. This is done.
No, this is
wonderfully.
killer.
This is great.
So, couple things about this piece that I think are interesting. Originally, it was planned. So first off, this is not like an official Amazon ad partnership, anything like that. This is complete parody.
Yep.
But originally, the skit idea was a smart DE device, and we were gonna film a whole new commercial, and we were gonna have a fake little box that was like the E device, and it was gonna be like, you know, GPS in your car. It was gonna help you cook. We had like all these ideas, and we're planning the shootout, and we're running out of time. It's like we got a day before the summit, and we're like, fuck, how the fuck are we gonna do this? And then it was just like, oh, let's just parody the actual Amazon commercial and just redub the lines. Ken came up with that idea, so he ended up doing all the dub lines with Envy. So all we had to do with him was then get him in a room. We had a little recording box. We recorded his lines. Then Ken took them and cut them into the video, and it was way easier for us, and I think ultimately way funnier.
Yeah. No, I think that couldn't have worked out any better. Huge props to Ken on being able to kind of make that work, because scheduling the media day for these kind of events is just out of control. You know, we have 9 different teams that have to cycle through all of those ins and outs and meeting those marks. When you're coming to the summit, every team is going to have to, you know, make sure their paperwork is filled out. We send them paperwork ahead of time, but for the most part, they're probably not going to have it ready to go, so they have to get up to speed on that. We're getting their pictures done. They have to configure their SSDs. They're going to be filing through various content pieces between us, maybe a sponsored piece, maybe hanging with 1UP. And I have to make it all happen within this one timing window, because if I wanted to work with Fnatic in the morning and then try to get them again later in the day, that's just impossible.
Good luck.
You have to get them when they can, and then you have to release them to Dota. Release them to the scrims, because you're not going to get them back. It's very hard to get them back. So it's
and they like have tough. They like also reserve time in the scrim rooms now, so they actually can. That just complicates the schedule, because it's like everything that goes wrong, any 5 minutes. Somebody's late, 5 minutes, somebody's early, whatever it is, it pushes this way or that way, it just destroys the schedule. And then, a team wants to do something early, and like, well, why can't we do it early? It's like, well, we have like 3 other teams we're already doing something with, and it's like,
stuff happens.
It's a mess.
Last summit had more disastrous change-ups before media day. I'd say we had like a secret arrival coming at 7 at night on media day.
Yeah.
This time it wasn't too bad. I think like Crit had some canceled flight or something, or I think he got stopped. I'm not too sure. He just got held up a bit.
He got held up at the LAX for like 4 hours, dude.
Yeah, so all VG shows up without Crit, and then Crit comes later, so that means I have to do all of the content. That's why we don't see Crit in like the 12 days of Christmas. We don't see Crit on some of the other stuff. So we save EG's pictures for the end, because we can't do their pictures without all 5 of them. So
their pictures were fucking hilarious.
That's just one team. So if any other team has one little misstep like that, we have to like change everything up. It's crazy. So, you know, thankfully I felt pretty good about having my media day schedule ahead of time and was able to kind of make these changes, because it's ridiculous. It is crazy. But
it's hard. Well,
but props to Ken again. We were able to make a mini like recording studio in the garage. So the pictures are being done in the Summit House garage.
Yeah, they're in the garage, if you don't know.
Robert Paul, who's a picture god, and he's probably going to be working with, you know, big companies in the future.
Yeah. No spoilerino.
I'm not spoiling it. He's going to be working probably with some big companies in the future, because his work is godly. We're shoving him in our garage for this one, though. We have a green screen, some lights, and he's able to still make all this magic happen. And again, props to Danica for being by his side. Normally, I'm doing the pictures for like every summit. I do the pictures and help pose them for like the movie posters, or pose them for anime stuff, or pose them for family poses. But this time, we're doing these ridiculous Christmas outfits. Danica's already helping us construct the outfits all the way. And it's like, hey, I'm not doing anything on Media Day because we're not streaming Media Day like we did for Smash Summit. So it just worked out beautifully, because if she wasn't there and available to do it, I don't know who else would have done it, because I needed to be off doing content pieces and running around getting players to do VR stuff and singing stuff and all this different crazy things.
No, you would have never been able to do both.
Yeah.
We would have probably had Ken do the pictures or something if Danica didn't do it, but Danica, it was really great, and like you said, she built the costumes, so she had a more intimate knowledge of what we were trying to do.
The Optic Gaming Unisweater, the EG gift box,
the green wall
boxes, the Christmas lights for OG were probably my 3 favorites right there.
They're so ridiculous.
But
we're gonna see those in the recap a little
In
bit.
addition to those pictures, they also have to step over to this mini now recording studio to do our long goodnight bit.
The long goodnight.
The long goodnight, which was a conceived idea from post Smash Summit or during Smash Summit. There was a gentleman on their Reddit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I forgot your name, but this dude was the original. He had the original idea.
Yeah.
Posted this clip from the movie. It's like a famous movie. I don't know what the fuck
I think it's a movie or a TV show. I think
something
it's a
like
TV
that.
show.
It's like the house, and they're like, "Good night, Jim.
Yeah.
Good night, Frank.
Good night, Mom.
Billy. Good night, Frank." You know, and they just do that shit. So he was like, "Why don't you have all the Smashers say goodnight to each other?" And I was like, "I don't think we'll be able to do it in time, but I'm going to take this idea for Dota Summit."
That was like our first. We knew when we were doing the Smash Summit, we were gonna do the long goodnight for the Dota Summit.
Yeah.
Because that kid posted that and was like, "Well, great idea. Thank you. We'll take that. That's awesome. We'll put in the next one."
Great idea. Shouts to that person. If you know who you are, thank you very much. But that involved the process of all the teams, after they get their pictures taken, heading over to our new ghetto-looking recording studio and had to say goodnight to a said player, which Ken was able to script out given the teams that were, situated in a certain order. So he fabricated it all together with fun little goodnights to each other and stuff, and made for some fun end pieces.
Yeah, Ken was actually editing this time. It was
for
so
the
crazy.
End of the day. Yeah.
You didn't have to do anything. Thanks to you for that, Ken. That was nice of you. I'm trying to think of what else we want to show in terms of our content. What other script do we have? We showed Dota, actually. We showed I'm a fan.
Mm.
We show. What do we got?
Grant's Universe.
Grant's Universe.
Grant's Universe.
Thank you,
Another
Kevin.
early kind of conceived piece.
This is crazy. You should just talk about this because you came up with all of it.
I mean, I'm a big Grant fan. Obviously, I've worked with Grant for a long time now. And if you're a Grant fan out there, you've watched plenty of Grant streams, and you've seen the guy go off on his many different crazy psychotic lectures of the deep in the seated mind of Grant. And I don't even think he's drunk.
Lectures.
I don't even think he's like drunk for most of these. I think it's just like, this is what happens when you're casting and watching Dota for like 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
So he's on like the back. Usually these come from the back end of long marathon streams where he's like watching a bunch of NEL games or NA Dota games or whatever. This is from over the span of like 2 years.
Yeah. Do you just collect these as you're watching?
I had like a method of how I was finding them and stuff. Like I remembered a couple that I like thought were cool and I saved those. And then I like searched through Reddit by various keywords to find clips of Grant. Some of these were not popular. They were not upvoted, but maybe they were just put on. Like, look at Grant talking about this dumb shit.
Grant's silly.
So I looked through all these different clips and just grabbed ones that had a decent amount of meat to them or just were ridiculous enough. And I found like 10, and we ended up using 8 of them. And I pretty much just rewrote them out for him to speak back again. He didn't even recognize that they were all his own.
Another cue card session where we just wrote it on cue cards so you could just read it. That saves so much fucking time and energy. We'd never be able to do that without it.
If you find the Reddit thread for the second Grant video, that's where I commented with all of the Twitch clips. If you want to see the origin of every single line from the Grant Universe videos, I put them all in that comment. You could see where he said them on
That's
stream.
crazy. You grabbed all the Twitch clips from those.
Yep.
That's so nice. All right, let's watch one. Here's Grant's Universe.
The sun is supposed to be the biggest star in the galaxy, maybe even the Milky Way. The moon is supposed to be a pea-shaped orb compared to the sun. How can one sun thermodynamically be blocked by one pea-shaped ice moon? Ice moon. Ice moon. Ice moon. Playing with fire comes back to the Nordic times of the Vikings and the cavemen. Playing with fire meant you didn't know exactly what you were doing, right? Because it was a very new concept of the cavemen back east. So they would play with it and touch it. Play with it and touch. 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 An arch is actually half of an oval. An oval is an upside down 0 if you invert it. Microeconomics. Oh, that's great. Here you go. I'll give you 5 cents for an ant. Easy. Macroeconomics, that was some bullshit. Hey, did you know if you exchange your 5 cents for this mango, the mango can actually be taken 1 bite out of in exchange for the ant? And I'm like, where's the 5 cents at? Where's the 5 cents at? Where's the 5 cents at?
I gotta say, I'm so happy that you handed this off to Ian, right?
Yeah.
To be able to kind of add, because I knew we wanted to have that kind of Tim and Eric.
Yeah, obviously, Tim and Eric's
to it.
Universe, we ripped right from parody for that.
But I mean, like, how else? I mean, I think one of the original ideas actually was to have it like a full-blown TED Talk. Like, the dream would have been to set a stage of a TED Talk and Grant in that kind of outfit walking back and forth, hitting those points as if he's like, you know, lecturing a full-blown house that's just kind of like, what the fuck is this guy talking about right now?
I like this way better. And
this worked out well. It was cute and short and just a giggle fest for sure. This and like the stuff we did from King's Cup, like I could just always go back and watch and get like a laugh out of.
Yeah, the King's Cup stuff is great, dude. Actually, I saw on our best Twitch clips of 2017 that NA Grant at King's Cup was one of the top clips.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny. When he's like, "Ugh, we're carrying the region."
Shouts to Grace. She helped write those on the cue card and was just
painful.
like, she just didn't. It was pretty annoying. But she was like, "What the hell am I writing right now? What's a pea-shaped ice moon?" Now Gareth fan.
It was so fun to shoot too. It was like the last thing we shot, so obviously we're in good spirits because it's just hilarious, and we're moving pretty fast. And we did some silly stuff. Like at one point, we record him and we put him on a chair, and I just spin the chair around, and he's like reading his lines as he's spinning around. It's in the second video, actually, because there's 2 parts to this. So if you want to see more, there's another part you can catch online on our YouTube. The VOD's up there. You can catch it in our Twitch VODs as well. But
Nice
Grant's
plug,
Universe
man.
2, check it out. All right, what else we got?
Outside of that, we had sponsor pieces.
The sponsor pieces.
That, we don't want to just, like most events, a big trick is being able to appease your sponsors, the people who contribute so much to be able to make the event happen.
Yep.
Appease the audience and make that process as smooth as possible so the audience can actually watch some content, enjoy the piece, and see the sponsor involvement and make it entertaining. You don't want to just put up a betting ad or something like that and play these back-to-back sponsor ads between every break, and that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of
wanted to make some fun, unique content that we could work out with the sponsors ahead of time. So we had, for example, we had 3, and the HTC Vive. Now, we had this for Smash Summit, and during that time, they did a fun little skit with Mango in the wrestling thing. And for this one, we actually got to play some Vive games with the teams. And I knew right away that one of the games I really wanted to play was Keep Talking. Keep Talking, and nobody's going to fucking explode, Dan. No, Keep Talking, and nobody's going to explode. And it's a great team game. So here we have OG playing it. I'd printed out the manuals ahead of time so the 4 players would actually have to go through a physical manual. If you played this game before, you don't have to use a manual. You could use your phone, you could use a laptop, whatever, you know. But I wanted to feel like they were in the room, like working it with them.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure about the learning curve for this game. I feel it's pretty steep at first, and then once they get it,
just
they
the first
know.
game I feel like is.
Yeah, they
because
definitely
we played a lot of this coming up to this. We've been experimenting with the Vive because the lovely folks, Andrew, thanks so much from HTC, hooked us up with the Vive, and we just get to use it all the time. So we've been playing around with it in between events, trying to figure out, okay, what's the most fun game to play solo? What's the most fun game to watch? What's the most fun game to play as a group? Trying to think about how it could apply to our events. And this is what we've been having the most fun with.
We've seen other people do different things. We saw like Tilt Brush Pictionary is what some people do. Now, remember, Dan, we were originally going to be trying to incorporate that new element of like mixed reality.
Mixed reality.
In addition
Next time, dude.
Yeah, in addition to, in addition to hooking us with the Vive, they wanted to hook us up with some additional hardware so that we could enhance the viewing experience further and use mixed reality, which if you've ever went and saw the main video on the Vive Steam page, they demonstrate a lot of the Vive games with mixed reality where they show the person like inside the game playing with the objects. That's mixed reality.
So we got it working, and we got hooked up with this cool piece of hardware that's not out yet, and you feel really nerdy and fun whenever they send you something and they're like, this isn't out yet, and you're like, oh my God. So we got this cool little piece of tech, and it allows us to have our camera in real life be in the game, and when you move the real life camera, it actually is moving in the game space, and you can see whoever's playing in the game world. Sounds really weird, but basically imagine if like we were filming him in this room.
Now look at the table of our dream would have been that the 4 teammates would have been on the other side of the table, sitting there
in the game world.
In the game world. The bomb person would have also been in the game world, and they're all crowded around the table looking at the bomb. That would have been so sick.
But so we got it working with other games. We couldn't get it working with this game. And so I messaged the developers, and I was like, hey, we're working with your game. We love the game. We really want to do mixed reality. I know that there's this plugin that any game developed with Unity is supposed to work with the plugin. And theirs doesn't. I'm like, why doesn't this work? Why doesn't this work? And they just respond with like, yeah, we have no intentions of ever incorporating mixed reality at this time. Sorry, we can't help. I was just like,
lame.
What?
We could have made it look so cool, I feel, if that was something that we could have pulled off.
Yes.
It was still entertaining. It was a lot of fun. Both teams, originally we were going to be doing it with Complexity, OG, and then originally we were going to be doing it also with Fnatic. And then we changed out Fnatic for EG because of other content pieces and such. And then we realized that we were just not going to be able to, A, have enough time, and B, put EG through so many pieces. Like, in addition to doing that VR piece, they still would have had to do the 12 days, the Love Actually, the stuff with the 1-Up guys, and it's like,
photos,
we can't make a team do that
you
much.
Laugh, you lose.
So.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We only needed to do one piece for the sales anyways. We had the 2 pieces. They were fantastic. I knew right away I wanted to have Complexity do it because they're a very competitive team, and they are great together, and they have great team chemistry, so they were a no-brainer for it. And then speaking of no-brains, we also had OG be able to do it. So we had OG also able to participate in that, and they were great too. Both teams walked away, said that was a lot of fun. Complexity said, can we keep playing?
They were playing later.
They came back later. And
they came back later, and they were just playing.
So
because they wanted to win because they got kind of wrecked.
And the game is a lot of fun. You don't have to have VR to play that game, by the way.
But VR makes it so fun.
Makes it so fun.
I've been having so much fun with the HTC headset. Honestly, it's really cool and it's fun to play together. Like Andrew, every night at our house, just like goes and plays Tilt Brush for like 5 hours. He'll lie on the floor and draw pictures.
Yeah, that seems so awesome.
Right, let's go to the next one. You want to do Sennheiser or AOC? Sennheiser.
Let's do
Okay.
Sennheiser. So Sennheiser, for their piece, we set up the Scramble Challenge. This was also an early seeded idea that we wanted to do that we've seen I've seen other people do similar kind of things where they're just trying to talk and you're stuck with this crazy echo effect and you stutter over your words like I am right now.
It's like extremely impossible.
Reverse Enchantress.
And Spirit Breaker has a shadow blade.
Good 590 by Saneke.
Taking some chip damage.
Yes.
Every item that he needs.
Do you like the
what?
Sulk?
So I'll just be Toby and play-by-play cast the rest of this. The storm's gonna zip in. He is really he's really far.
Well,
with the
Wyvern, but the AM is not losing mana. And the anti-mage has moved to the mid lane and blink past mid lane.
Fine.
What?
Okay, so there's a trick to beating that system, and Blitz figured it out. Is you basically have to yell over yourself and talk really fast, and like you just like go to the Phantom Zone and you just keep on moving fast and talk as fast as you can. And you go and it won't mess you up. Gorman, because he's a play-by-play caster, naturally will do that when he's casting, and he was like beating the system and making it not funny because he was like too good at it. He fucked up a couple times, which it was good and we got to use it. But like Blitz was having a very hard time with it. Bobo was like tripping over himself. It's crazy if you've never done it. You can just download on an app on your phone or on a website. We've used both, but it's just type in like voice scrambler or like voice jammer, speech jammer. Those all will work. And what happens is you talk and then it plays back your voice into your ears at a slight delay. And you can't hear the end of your last word because the start of the word you said before starts at the end of the last word you spoke, and it just trips you up, and it's impossible to speak.
It's legit like the stadium effect. I know that I've personally been in those kind of scenarios where like the monitor system isn't tuned properly or the speakers are in terrible placement so that if you say something you hear yourself back right away, and it's very, very disorienting. And you're right, you have to go in the Phantom Zone. And I've had to be in the Phantom Zone for like legitimate gigs to be able to make it work. But in this case I was kind of like, don't put yourself in the Phantom Zone, just have some fun with it. We embrace it, make it a cute piece. And they did, and it was fun. And better that than just talk about how the Sennheiser headset's just sweet and sexy and sounds cool.
Which it is.
Which it is. I mean, they were stuck in that void of sound and was,
so the last one is the AOC monitor bit.
Oh, what a wonderful piece this is.
So we concepted this. Well, let's just watch it. This is
Dota Edition, featuring an immersive curved wide viewing angle display to help you meet those critical timings. 1.07 billion colors in a wide colored gamut help you distinguish all the important details. The AOC's flicker-free technology will keep you engaged. Prepare to never miss those game-changing moments again. All this comes in one easy-to-move, easy-to-travel frame. So portable. And when you're ready to pop that smoke, the AOC will be there as your support to back you up. So don't hesitate. Pick up an AOC and put on that ultra-wide smile.
Oh my god, that thing. Okay.
That was the end of media day, right?
That was like really late at night. Me and you and Grace stuck around to help us out, but it was like, yo, we have to shoot this thing. And we had an idea of what we wanted to do, but we had no idea how we were going to do it.
Our time and our resources were being quickly depleted away from us for that.
And our energy was low. Also, the camera work on that's my fault. I was so bad and tired and like hadn't operated so what we're doing is we're like using a slider and then using pan tilt and then I'm operating focus. So I'm moving left to right or forward and back while also moving at angles on this and trying to keep focus. So I'm not very good at that anymore. I don't do it very much. Andrew's usually doing it, so you can notice that it is pretty shit. That the camera works pretty bad, but it pulls off and it plays, and I love the music in that bit.
The music is probably the best part.
Music's really good. I love the smoke bit. I think it's fucking hilarious, and I love the portable bit. I don't even know.
I fell.
Yeah, okay, so there's a secret to this skit. There's actually two
during this bit.
different
Pretty
monitors
hard.
in there because we had to replace one. Because what happened, Dakota?
Small mark right here. You can't really see it anymore. Tiny ass mark from when I biffed it.
What happened?
Knew we wanted to talk about how portable it was because one of the original concepts was around this giant monitor and all of its great features, and we wanted to mock how portable it was. And you saw me carry it out the door, which was a success on that take.
Yeah, on that take.
We used that take, but later takes was not so successful as I biffed it. I fell right out the door on my ass and like held the monitor and tried to like stop it from getting to the ground.
Yeah, no, I didn't. At first I thought he was messing around and doing like, because it was like a cartoon, like your legs were like spinning on the ground, and then you just like spin your body and fall out the doorway. We have the clip. I didn't put it in this, but it's one day we'll show it. And it just, you tried to save the monitor, but the little corner clipped the wall and it just smashed. And then we had to find another one to shoot the last shot because we still didn't have the smoke. We didn't have the smoke shot, so we still had to do that, which I think is the funniest gag. Like your computer pops smoke for you, so you never have to, you never miss when you're under smoke.
Just a fun little dorky piece.
Yep. Pretty fun. Last, I don't know, is that all sponsor pieces?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
How
Looks
close
like
are we
it.
being through? What do we got? We got the recap.
I'm waiting for my. There we go. Load it up. Looks like we made it through pretty much all of those that we would like to get through.
There's the OG. Do we want to do the Who's the Real OG? I mean, I don't really know that much about that bit. Besides what
It
we
was
saw.
just them talking shit, playing it up, doing the WWE kind of thing. I think we can move into the recap.
Let's do
Kinda
the
like
recap?
Closer. This is every summit. When was the first time you made the recap?
First summit.
First summit. Very first summit. Was
First
it aired
summit,
at the end or was
no,
it aired
so
in the middle? Right.
First summit, I did every day. I did a recap. I did daily recaps, which are like the same kind of thing, and then except they were just, I mean, they had different vibes to them. So daily recaps, and then at the end of the event, we just played all of the recaps back to back. There was no end of the event recap, and then the second summit is when we started doing. We had a couple of daily recaps, and then the end recap. And then the third summit, we just got rid of all the daily recaps and just did the end recap. Because it was too much fucking work.
Yeah. Not that it's not any easier or not less work right now, I guess.
Well, it's a little bit more now because before, like when you're doing something on that short notice, you don't really care what is happening. And all you're trying to do is get a timeline out the door. So you take all the B-roll, you make your selects, you throw it onto a timeline, you put a track under it, boom, it's out. The last one, we try to cut to the music. We try to have multiple tracks. We try to have a story. We try to have some emotional balance going on between the excitement of the event and the like good feels of being with your friends and hanging out. And it ends up like this. This was a different recap, I think, than normal. We experimented with including more like what I would call story elements, like basically when we cut out play 24 frames per second footage. We have audio behind it. I don't know. You want to just watch it?
Let's watch it.
Yeah, I just want to
talk
watch
about
it. There are 4 tracks in the song, by the way. So, story element. I wouldn't normally do this. There's like a whole sequence of them like playing.
And we didn't talk about cornhole, but cornhole was just bumping nonstop. So that's why every summit you feel like you're going to be seeing some cornhole B-roll. Kyle and Complexity, they owned the event. Like, they knew what they were getting into, and they just took advantage of it, it felt like, from beginning to end.
Yeah, they really wanted it.
Let's clear out. Let's clear out. Oh God. Okay, we're done.
And I was so sad not to be there to see the teams reacting to their outfits.
Get me out.
So I feel like I had to keep asking Danica like how it went.
Yeah, especially with those guys. So we're at track number 3 now.
I love this track. This is a great track. Yeah.
Whoa, look how handsome he is. Speaking of handsome.
Ooh, that transition shot. I like that, Dan.
Look at that smile. You ever seen Peter smile like that? Little Ramses, what a little devil. He actually is Ramses 666. That's like flashy keyboards.
Do you like have to like double check that you got every team or almost every player included somehow?
I try. I like just try. I mentally do it. I don't like write it down or anything. So okay, some people said they didn't realize what he was talking about here. So he's buying chess and he rolls the 3 like ultra rare ones in a row. 1, 2, 3. He gets all 3. And everybody, so the chest had just come out and everybody was opening them. And he just goes boom, boom, boom. So all those little transitions that you see with the bokeh lights, those are actually filmed in the warehouse here during the intro. They're Christmas tree lights.
Oh.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite shots.
That's a great shot. It's a super anime shot.
It's super sick.
It's a great shot.
The light's so nice. These 2 guys having fun.
I cannot believe Envy didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, he's just not thinking.
What a poser, dude. He has Deku on his Twitter and he didn't know what that was.
Oh, Lord. Greenwald, look at that face. That's outrageous.
That could not have worked out better with Saksa being in the middle.
God, Bulba's so funny. This one's a little bit more dreamy than usual. There's no like uptick on the tempo. There's no like hype. It's just kind of like dreamy, melancholy. But these fucking.
I love that Tal's head was not in a good spot, so we had to, or Peter had to Photoshop his head over to match the light bulb.
Really quickly there, you saw a time lapse from the intro video we built out in our warehouse. Built a whole fake Christmas house. Ooh. Track number 4 now, and is that it? A lot of this music is actually provided by some guys I know. Trophy Beats hooked it up with the music. Thanks so much, Trophy Beats. If you guys want to follow them, they got an Instagram going on. Instagram.com/trophybeats. The music's available.
Starting last summit, you guys incorporated more of these still moments,
yeah,
right?
Still photos.
I like those a lot. They're fun because, like, here we get to see some Rob's work in there too.
Yeah, it's like we have all this good shit. We should just be using it whenever we can.
And then this is Peter, which I fucking love. This is probably my favorite title role.
Peter
sure.
killed it. Look at Z-Fridge, my man.
I love that we found a place for it.
I know. The sticker idea was a really good idea.
The music is godly.
Dude, look at Sumail's smile. Are you kidding? Yeah, this whole thing, it was really well done. Peter did a great job. I love this little stuff, like these little Robert Paul moments, again, just getting to integrate them in. The stickers, I think Peter really made it fun.
Like Penguin was the first team to have to do their pose. And it's like, hi, welcome to the summit. You have to do a human pyramid.
Get on a pyramid, have fun. Look at Ohio, dude. Ohio looks like he's actually enjoying this one.
I thought that was going to be the weakest picture because there was like nothing about it, but it looks beautiful. So, props to the photo team.
God, VP. Ramses looks like he eats hearts.
2 of those sweaters are mine. The Gnome one and the Dota one are both mine in that picture.
Green wall, by the way.
Green wall, bruh.
Look at
Tal's Photoshop head over, and
yeah,
Jarek's in the back center. It's just beautiful.
Oh my god. Look, I like the Jimmy.
They had to use my onesie in the middle.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, that baby bit could not have worked out any better.
Yeah, fedora baby with the in the backpack. Look at how ridiculous that looks. We
bought-
actually did that.
We bought 5 large stockings, and really we could have just used one.
Yeah, that is
Beautiful
we just
Mafia
did-
moment.
Oh my god, one of the greatest Mafia games of all time, really. Look at that.
Love the stickers to include who was missing.
Yeah, look at those cute guys.
Props to both Wepas and Scriff for making it out to this summit.
Dude,
I
so
loved
good to have
having
both.
them both.
So good to have both.
Props to Peter's hookup for the trophy again.
Cool trophy. Danica Shannon made the gingerbread house there.
Yep.
Shout out to Kelly again for making the LGD.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at our family photo.
I love that picture of everyone.
Oh, yeah. That last page, look how nice that is. It looks so cool. Look at CCNC. That's from the OG video. That's so funny.
Peter nailed that one. I love those end credits. They
Yeah,
were just
he
wonderfully
does a
done.
good
I really
job.
like Smash Summits too, with the your name ending. It was also great.
Yeah.
These recaps are my favorite part of the last day.
We already started
for sure.
concepting how we want to do the recaps differently next time. We have like
Really?
a different formula we want to do, where we want to have now an intro title sequence, and then the recap, and then a credits.
Ooh.
So it'll be like a movie formula and how it's shown. So intro.
Are we gonna soon put in like at post credit hidden Easter egg shots of the next event? Maybe.
I mean, that's what we did once. We did a post credit scene.
Stay in your Twitch seat. Post credits.
Yeah. I mean, it keeps you watching, right? When you get all that stuff going on. Those are always fun to do. It's like the last thing that I really do anymore in terms of like putting out content that is like all me. So I like that a lot. One Up shot a lot of that footage. Most of that footage, actually. So
Those are
shout
great
out to
because
them.
they always get me excited for Summit season because you just go back and get to watch each recap and you'll have a general idea of like what happened in
Yeah.
that event, the content that was shot, who played well, who wasn't, who was there. It's great. Cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That was Dota Summit 8.
Dota Summit 8, we announced during that summit that the CS Summit just around the corner, Dan. We already, we get to go
Oh
on
my
holiday,
God.
and then as we come back, we all have to get back in that room.
Yeah.
And buckle down and come up with another whole set of
We got a couple
content.
weeks off, and then it's back in the fucking grind.
Back on the grind, man.
Be funny. Make memes. Shit
Counter-Strike memes. I never played Counter-Strike. We did it before. We'll do it again.
Yeah, we did it before. We'll do it again, dude. I love Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike guys are great. If you're a Dota fan and you like this summit, I really recommend you watch the CS Summit. It's super fun. Lots of expert knowledge on the couch. Lots of funny memes in the videos.
The teams take over the couches there, too.
Yeah, and there's some different interesting production features as well because it's just a different game, so different shit happens.
Yeah, lots of replay features. They have a few extra faces in the back production to just add new show elements. It's
I'm excited to announce our talent too. Our talent list is really cool.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna say anything right now, but it's good, guys.
I've
It's
seen
good.
I've seen some things. It seems pretty ridiculous.
Oh man, 2017, dude, we're done.
We're done. That's it for Beyond the Summit. There's going to be some qualifier action, I'm imagining, happening on behalf of our channel, but outside of that,
qualifiers right now, I think.
Yep, are happening. The Dota really never stops, but we're ready to head out on holiday, de-stress, get reinvigorated, motivated, and excited and hungry for yet another summit that's around the corner. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you guys this continued content. Continue to support us. We appreciate it. Our podcasts, both Hot Cocks and Movie Buffed, are happening, of course, on our SoundCloud. They're up on iTunes. They're on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and say what's up. And,
Say what's up.
If you have ideas for future episodes, movies you want us to watch on the show and review, let us know, and we'll definitely check it out. I'm excited to get into some more movies again.
Oh my god, I can't wait for the next episode. I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be good.
We have some new faces maybe coming to the office
Oh,
soon that
shit.
might join us.
Oh,
so
shit.
it's an exciting time for 2018 at Beyond the Summit.
Maybe some more podcasts coming. I don't know what's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
maybe just
we'll
a
see
new
what
podcast
happens.
altogether.
New shows. I don't know. 2018's gonna be a cool year. Thanks so much, Dakota.
Thank you, Dan.
Movie Buff's been really fun.
We'll
Dota
see you
Summit was
guys
great.
in 2018. Take care. Have a good one.
Bye.